From gangs, prison, childhood trauma to becoming a doctor at 56. Dr. Timoti Te Moke.
By the time I turned 14, I am broken, man. I've stopped going to school. I'm hanging out on the streets.
This is just a crazy story that is so inspiring and so important.
South Auckland needs to see brown-skinned doctors, bro. They need to see Māori and Pacifica doctors.
I mean, the story had so many, it was like this, and all these, I like the way he shared it, all these little things that happened gained this momentum and all ended up to where he is today.
All my traits that helped me thrive and survive today have come from a very, very dark place, bro.
I think what this story is a great reminder of, no matter what you've been through, all of the struggles, all of the trials and tribulations, all of the times you've been knocked down, you can use all of those things as fuel and as tools to push you through to help you to become successful.
But hey, I've survived this childhood. I can survive anything.
A truly inspiring story that must be heard by everyone. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Dr. Timoti Te Moke, enjoy. This podcast is made by the amazing team at Fanaticals. They put up with me, so they're pretty epic. Dr. Timoti Te Moke.
Kia ora.
How's it going, my brother?
Yeah, pretty good, my bro. How about you?
Yeah, good, man. It's funny how we need to start sitting in this chair as soon as we arrive, because as soon as we arrive, we start talking, but now it was all off camera. But you're a really inspiring story, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Can you talk about growing up for you, bro?
I was born in Whakatāneo Hospital. I'm part Māori, part Tongan. I don't know my dad. My father was Tongan, my mother was Māori. They separated before I was born. Now, my mum, she was part of the urban push for Māori, as they were pushed to come up to the cities to work. Yeah? And so she come up here and she got caught up in the bright lights in the far city and that. She got happy, she got pregnant, and she come home. Now, she wasn't ready to be a mum. And so she gave me to my grandparents. It's called whāngai. Very, very common in Māori cultures for one family member to raise another as their own. So I was whāngai to my kōrero, and I was born with the name Te Moke. That's my kōrero's name. And I was born Timoti Te Moke. And I was raised by my grandparents, man. And they were amazing, bro. But they were amazing. The love and support they gave me was unbelievable. I believe, 100% believe my ability to show compassion today is a direct result of their input, yeah? But then when I turned 6, my mum decided to take me back. And by this time, she'd married this guy by the name of Morrison. But because I'm born Te Moke, bro, I'm legally my grandfather's son. So she took my kōrero to court, said that this guy Morrison was my real dad, stuck his name on the birth certificate, and I went from Tim Te Moke to Timothy Morrison to Tim Morrison, and then they uplifted me. And here's where the problems happen, bro. Like both of them were very dysfunctional, and we were living up here in Tāmaki in very impoverished areas, and they were just abusing substances, you know. My stepfather just hated me, bro. Yeah, he just couldn't handle me. Every time he saw another man, and just couldn't handle it. And so he used to beat the shit out of me, bro. I remember, man, I'm 8 years old, right? And I'm at home, and I'd hear the car rolling up, bro, and I'm shaking, man. I'm shaking because I know what's going to happen. He's going to get out of the car, off his face, come into the room, just pull me out of the bed and just stomp the living shit out of me, bro, and go to sleep. Sometimes, bro, that'll happen 3 times a week. He does that to an 8-year-old, bro. But the thing is, though, with that happening, and I'm living in this life of poverty, when I started going to intermediate, Māngata intermediate, for the first 6 months, my breakfast and lunch depended on whether or not I could pinch a packet of biscuits from the Wickman Way shops. We have all the kids out the front at the beginning of school, ready to go to school. It's just crowded in that. And I'd go in there, and if I could pinch a packet of biscuits that day, I had breakfast and lunch that day. And so the thing is, with all this happening, by the time I turned 14, bro, I'm broken. Yeah, I am broken, man. I've stopped going to school. I'm hanging out on the streets. I'm taking solvents. I'm sniffing glue, sniffing petrol. And here's the other thing too. It's not unusual. because I'm not the only person that this is happening to. And we just gravitated towards each other. All of a sudden, we're in this group, and from an outside perspective, you've actually got the origins of how people graduate to become gang members, yeah? Because all of a sudden, they've found a home with people that are like them, and they've learned that initial, I guess, core value within gangs is that you group together and it makes you stronger and it makes you feel more part of something.
Yeah, 100%. It's exactly what, you talking, it just reminds me of my father.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
He calls it, when he speaks now, I just was around like-minded individuals. The way
Absolutely,
he puts it,
bro. Yeah, and that's it. Because like I say, we weren't special. It was happening everywhere, man. Oh, it's like you'd walk up my street and you'd walk past every second house. One of the kids was crying because it was getting bashed.
I remember one of our, sniffing glue and petrol, one of a close family friend of ours who we called a cousin. He lit himself on fire because he was...
Yeah, that and that's one of the very, very dangerous things. Like because you've got those solvents that are flammable. Yes, and it could quite easily happen. Like there's been a couple of cases that I've heard of that's happened.
Yeah, it's crazy when you think, hey, everything was going fine with your grandparents. And it's that decision from your mum, and it's just off to that
100%. And I think it's because she came up here to the big city. And she was just a country girl coming to the big city, and she just got caught up in it, yeah? And it canceled her, man. And so, and then we started just doing petty crime, yeah? And this is when I first went to my first ever boys' home. We got caught breaking into a house. And they took us to Owaraka. It's closed now. And looking back on it now, I got to say, I loved it. And that was because I was getting three good meals a day, but we were getting to watch movies on the weekends and chocolates if we were good, and I wasn't getting bashed, bro.
Yeah.
And so I actually liked it, man. I loved it. And I remember there's a few well-known people that have wound it up in paramedic areas like that, yeah? They started in secure. You are conditioned for that prison.
It's crazy because Dad was at that boys' home too, and when he talks about it, when he got sent to Paramedic, it's like they made it.
Yeah,
that's how they viewed it. They made it to the big house.
Absolutely. So I'm in Owaraka, and while I was at school, I was a smart kid, and I was in all the top classes, and my school teacher found out that I was in there, my English teacher, and she came and visited me. I was quite surprised. And she come and visit me, and she asked me if I wanted to come and stay with her and her family. Beautiful lady, and immediately I said yes. My guys to live with them again, get well fed, and I won't get bashed. So 100%, I'll go there. And I went there, bro, and they loved me. They showed me heaps of support and kindness and that. But here's the problem, bro. I'm broken. So all this love and support they showed me, I didn't know what it was. Let alone what to do with it. So there was nothing I could actually take from them and utilize for a positive thing. Like I was that far down the rabbit hole, bro. I wasn't coming back, eh? Yeah. And so bro, they tried their hardest to give me this love. Bro, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's called, and I don't know how to use it. I stayed with that whānau, lovely whānau, for about 1.5 years. And then I left. And then when I left, 6 months after I left, my first time in Mount Eden prison, bro.
Is your kōrero still alive when this was happening?
Yeah. And here's the good thing about that, bro. It didn't matter where they were, where I was, they'd come and visit me. Eh? I felt really sorry for them, bro, because it used to break their hearts coming to visit me, man. Yeah, but like I said, I was that far down the rabbit hole, I wasn't coming back.
Did it scare you straight, or how? You just kept going?
Nah. I'll tell you that what happened, bro. Like I remember like the first morning, the door cracks open, and I'm waiting there, nothing comes out, and then there's no toilets back in the day, right? You got to piss and shit into a bucket, and I grab my bucket, and then when we go out to the ablutions, tip it out, wash it out, come back to the cell, go downstairs, grab some breakfast, come back up to the cell and eat. And then I'll take your plates, and then about 8:30 or something, they'll door crack open again, and they'll take you down into the yard. Spend the day down there. And then the yard, it's about 3/4 open area, and there's about 1/4 of it that's covered, and it's got a toilet in there, a couple of benches and TV, right? Now, there's no way I'm going under that undercover part, bro, because I don't know what's going to happen. The shit pops off down there. I may not be able to get my way out of there, so I'm going to stay out in the yard. First day, I'm just walking around, and you'll notice that when you see me, like especially like when I'm up giving talks and that, I like having a mic and I like walking. I enjoy walking, and it comes from that, bro. It comes from walking that yard. I've done that many miles in that yard, bro. It's crazy. Anyway, so I'm walking around that first day. Second day, it pisses down with rain. I'm not going in there, bro. I'm just walking around in the rain. The third day, I'm starting to relax here, and I look up and I start looking into that covered area, bro. And the first thing I see is me, bro. Everyone in there had my expressions. Everyone in there was talking how I've talked, and everyone had my mannerisms, bro. I was in a confined space with me. And right then I knew I was home, bro. And I just totally relaxed, went in there, and from then on, it didn't matter which prison I went into, but I was totally relaxed.
Yeah, it's interesting, because a lot of people don't get that. I've spoken in a lot of prisons.
Yeah.
I visited a lot of prisons.
Yep.
But I remember, I'll never forget, one guy said to me, he said, "We're okay in here, but where do I go when I get out? Who do I turn to?"
Absolutely, 100%, bro. And that was the same as me, bro. I'd just go in and out and out. And then I get, I've only done 2 actual sentences. I served 2 sentences. I did, you know how they've got army camps now?
Yep.
Yeah. I did the first ever army camp. I did CT, corrective training, back in the day, bro. There's Rangipo and Hotu. I did Rangipo.
Yeah.
I went down in winter. It's down in Turangi. This is how rugged it was, man. It snows down there. Right? It's fucking freezing, man. And you get up in the morning, you got shorts, pair of runners, and a singlet on, and you're doing press-ups, sit-ups, and all this other shit in the snow. You get back to your hut, and your hands are blue, bro. So you spend the next five minutes on your chair with your hands wrapped around the light bulb, trying to defrost them, man. And then you go out to the ablutions, you brush and have a shit and shower and that. Then you'll come back. They do a muster, and then so they make sure that everyone's there, no one's taken off. You go to your breakfast, come back, you fix up your room, do your bedroll and stuff like that. You get your hut inspected, like everything's got to be all spick, and then we'll go off to our work parties. What happened is, everywhere you go, you're running, man. And we would be running into the bush, but we'd be behind the truck, and we'd be just jogging behind the truck. And we'd jog for miles, k's, bro, into this bush. Because what happens is they plant all these pine trees, yeah? Then as they grow bigger, they need to thin them out so the rest can grow, so the other ones can grow. So what they'll do is they'll grab the weakest trees and they'll scarf them, and then you've got to cut those trees down. 6 days a week, I'm on the end of an axe, just cutting down these trees. But they just go forever, man. And then we go there, and we got blisters all over our hand. We run back, and then we go and have a shower, come back, and then you stick your hands in a meth bath and methylated spirits, and it burns the shit out of them, bro. And like you get out, they're doing muster, and you get out, you put your feet in a meth bath, you put hands in a meth bath, pull them out, and your hands are just screaming, man. But then the next day, they're hard. The blisters are hard, man.
So when did you, listening to all this, when did you decide to become a doctor? How did that happen?
I got a heap of skills, nothing on paper, but I understood that it's either go and study or be happy digging dishes for the rest of my life, and I'm not going to do that. So I go out and I start studying. I started to become an acupuncturist. I'm an acupuncturist, bro. Got any aches and pains? I'm your man, bro.
Yeah. I do have a short shoulder.
Yeah, absolutely. I can knock that out easy. The thing is that I had this brilliant business plan of I was going to travel around the motu, all marae, and treat all the old folks with pain with under ACC. I would have made schooling, but ACC wouldn't accept that business plan, so I had to go back and study. Went back, but now I know that I like health. I want to be part of the community, and I need autonomy. So I went searching, found paramedicine. paramedicine was awesome, bro. But the thing is, they knocked me back because you have to get vetted. But because all these traits that these skills and that I had kind of picked up along the way, understood that I had the ability to realize my potential. It didn't matter who was putting barriers in front of me now. I found out what those barriers were. I took care of them, and I'm back, and then I got to study. I'm studying as a paramedic, and part of that was studying full-time and then working part-time in the drug and alcohol rehab. And while I'm at the rehab, someone kicks in the door. There's a bit of an altercation. I push him away. He falls over, hits his head. They charge me with manslaughter.
Oh, shit.
So now I'm 4 months away from my final exam, and I'm fighting a manslaughter charge. They offered me 3.5 years if I plead guilty, or they're going to go maximum if I fought it. And so that offer was given me when I was 3 months away from my exam. I've got to decide whether or not to plead guilty to something I didn't do, to take 3.5 years, or go, no, I didn't do this, and stick to my guns because I didn't do it, with the risk of them going for as much as they can. Maximum you can get for manslaughter is life in prison. I don't believe I would have got life in prison, but I would have got a lot more than 3.5 years.
Yeah.
But because I understand the system, and I fought it, and I won because there was nothing to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got through that. I'm a paramedic now, and I love it, bro. I did some really good work. We get called out for a job, it come down to severe respiratory distress. Yeah. We get there, there's this old lady tripoding on the edge of a couch, using all her muscles to breathe, but I can't hear anything, bro. So she's not moving in the air, yeah? I kneel down beside her, I grab hold of her wrist, I go, love, tell me why I'm here today. She goes, I can't breathe. I got one word per breath. I'm feeling the wrist. It's cold, it's wet, and I can't get a radial pulse. I tell my partner, go, Bo, go get the stretcher. She's status 1, bro. She doesn't need us. She needs a hospital. We'll load her up. I'll do everything on route. He goes, yeah, cool. So he goes up and gets the stretcher, yeah? I grab an oxygen mask, I put it on top of her, grab a BP cuff, I wrap it around her arm, I grab a stethoscope to listen to her lungs, I push the BP button, I go, love, this is going to be a bit tight in your arm for a second. Push the button, put the bell on her chest. She's looked at me like this, and then rest in front of me. Boom, throw her on the floor, bang, start whacking out some compressions. Partner comes in, throws on the pads, charge up, looking to shock. Now, there's only 2 rhythms we can shock, bro, VT or VF, but it's coming back as a normal sinus rhythm. Now, something you and I have, right? Now, what it is, we dump the charge and we go into resus mode because of what it is, it's called PEA, pulsus electrical activity. So what we've got here is we've got the heart, right? And at the top right in the SA node, the signal kicks off, gets around to the apex, we get contraction, conduction, contraction, conduction, contraction. What we've got here is conduction, no contraction.
Yeah.
Now, there's 9 things that can cause that. 5 H's, 4 T's, and I'm popping them off my head as we're doing this resus. Now, the thing is, I've graduated ALS, so Advanced Life Support. I've got a bunch of skills, bro, that I know how to do, that I've been able to do in hospital and stuff like that while we're training. The thing is, bro, I haven't been ticked off on the road for them. So I'm not certified to do them on the road. So I'm not able to do them, bro. And it's a busy ass day, and we're not getting back up. So the thing is, bro, as soon as I know 100%, as soon as I start physically moving that halfway, that's it, bro. She's dead. And that's exactly what happened. We went through our resus for about half an hour, got a line in, ran our fluids, pushed our drugs, did our 2-minute checks. She flatlined and we called it. Now, I left that job feeling like I kind of ripped her off. Don't get me wrong, I'm not God. But what I want to do is I want to give them the best possible chance for a favorable outcome. Next day, I applied for medicine. Now, the thing is, again, because of the barriers that are in front of me, I get knocked back. But hey, I've survived this childhood. I can survive anything.
Yeah.
But I went to CT. I am as disciplined like crazy, man. I was in a gang and I learned a code that I still carry today. I have aspects of that code of honor, loyalty, and respect, yeah? And I learned that I had potential and the ability to realize the potential, and I also learned that I was smart. I'm smart enough to put it together. So I got knocked back the first time. I found out what those barriers were, and I applied again. Got knocked back again. Found out what those barriers were, applied again. Knocked back again. Find out what those barriers were, mitigate those, fourth go I'm in.
Man.
Yeah.
You know, reading up a little bit about just, you know, one of my sayings in BBM is, it's possible. It's possible. I yell it out, you know, and I say it's possible with the right support.
Absolutely. In the right environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you're talking about, you know, you had 20 of your mates that you come up with, and you're the only ones that's either that's not dead or not in jail.
Absolutely, 100%. But there's all these guys that I grew up with. I'm the only one that not dead or in prison.
Yeah.
And not to say that I'm any smarter than them, bro, or that I'm a better leader than them. There were some that were super smart and some that were way better leader than I'll ever be. It was just some reason that I was able to evolve into who I am today. And we can pat myself on the back for it. Yeah, oh, good on you, Timoti. Yeah, beautiful, bro. Or we could look at the real problem, the real issue of it, man. And that this country missed out on 19 other doctors, 19 other lawyers, 19 other scientists, 19 other engineers. How do I know that? Because I am one of them. Is actually detrimental to the potential of this country. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you became a doctor at 56. Are you practicing in, was it Middlemore?
Yeah, in between Middlemore and Auckland hospitals. Yeah.
And walking through South Auckland in your scrubs.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And here's what needs to happen, bro. Like I need to do this, you know. I walk home in my scrubs, and not because I want people to like, ooh, he's a doctor. Like, South Auckland needs to see brown-skinned doctors, bro. They need to see Māori and Pacifica doctors. And I'll give you the example why. I'm staying in Papatoetoe at the time, and I'm walking down Grey South Road, and they've got Hunter's Plaza there. I'm waiting at the small traffic lights, and I'm there, and I look across the street. There's this young boy, he's about 8 years old, man. He's pushing a bike here, and he's just staring at me, bro. He's just staring at me like that, and I go, oh, me, bro. And then the walk sign goes on, and we walk past each other, and he looks up, and he goes, hey, bro. And I go, hey, bro. And he's beaming. I go, and it's a beautiful moment. Yeah? It's a beautiful moment. And I walk past him. The thing is, my brother, I know 100% if I was wearing a gang patch, he would have done exactly the same. Because he's a little 8-year-old looking to aspire to someone, aspire to be someone. And the thing is, he was me when I was 8 years old, bro. Yeah.
You know, I know you're getting into politics, but, you know, what do you think needs to change in terms of breaking these cycles? You know, looking at the root causes of these issues.
The thing is, it's not so much looking at how can we fix this problem kind of thing. It's more to look at how do I invest, because it's more about investment than anything else. But I'm a doctor now, yeah. And I'm doing really well. I'm earning good money, and I could quite easily ride off into the sunset in relative financial security, yeah? The thing is that would do nothing for my people and would do nothing for this country. But also, too, here is what's more important, is that this country right now is benefiting like crazy off me. Yeah, I'm doing well, but what's even more important is that this country is doing well because of me. This country is benefiting like crazy off me. It could have done it 35 years ago, though. Yeah? And here's the other thing that I do. Like I was saying, what we're talking about, all those guys that I grew up with that are either dead or in prison. We could pat myself on the back for making it like this, or we could look at the real issue that this country missed out on 19 other doctors, 19 other lawyers, 19 other scientists, 19 other engineers. All this country has to do is invest in that future. Yeah? We're quite happy to invest in stocks and shares, but somehow we're not when we don't want to invest in our own people, mate. Yeah.
Last question, Boy. I ask everyone that comes on, and I could talk to you for hours.
Yeah.
What's your why? What drives you? I know it changes, but what gets you through the tough times? What have you used in the past, and what do you use now to get you through tough times?
But the thing is that it's about evolution, right? And how I am today, and how I've evolved through to where I am today. Evolution is all about, over time, the traits that help you thrive and survive, you're able to maintain, and the traits that are detrimental to you, you're able to relieve them. You're able to release them, yeah? And all my traits that help me thrive and survive today have come from a very, very dark place, bro. There's some good traits. Like I said, my ability for compassion, yeah, come from my grandparents. But also my ability to survive came from that life of abuse as a child. My discipline, I have some crazy discipline. It came from CT, bro. To remain focused and to remain, to make sure that I continue to be honorable and have the respect for myself. It come from gangs, bro. Yeah? Like I was in some dark places, but I kept my code, bro. So now I've got all these amazing traits, bro. And now, when any issue comes up against me, I look at it and go, my whole life has been hard. Why should this be any different? But I've got these skills now that'll just deal with it.
What did your family think when you became a doctor? What did your mum?
Well, my mum passed away before I became a doctor. My auntie went down with me to Otago. She was very, very, very happy. My cousins went down with me. They were all very happy. There's some other cousins there that were asking me for days off work straight away. other cousins that were asking me to put them on give them prescriptions for marijuana and stuff.
What do you say? What would you say, bro, to the young 8-year-olds where you are? What would you say to them to encourage them to where you are now?
So, that's the thing is there's never. Well, I don't know if there's ever one thing that could be said to them that will inspire them. Yeah, because what happens is if I'm trying to inspire them that way, I'm trying to help them maintain the pressure from those barriers. But I'd rather kick down those barriers. Yeah, I'd rather like them not know that I was there because I just kicking down the barriers. Yeah, and for them to have that door open for them to allow them to walk through. Yeah,
love it, bro. Hey, man, thank you so much.
Too much. Thank you, bro.
Bro, I look forward to following the journey, brother.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much for watching, team. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you got something out of this, if it's helped you or someone you know, please go down to the link below and buy us a coffee. It's hard to keep this going, but we must. So please help us to help you. Let's go.